Hey y'all, Boondock Games, we're back. Uh, hope you guys missed me. Took a few months off. I've still been hanging around some of the chats, some of the live streams, but just in general, just been pretty busy with life. Uh, you know, tale as old as time, right? Who isn't? But today we're going to be doing a little PSA return. I got around 40 cards back. I took a peek at the submission form that I had sent out, and it's mostly kind of inventory stuff. There's maybe one or two PC type items in here. What I've also been doing, and I don't know who I heard say this, but so I have some Asaki promos, some of those Chinese, Victini EX promos that were given out at the Raging Surf tournaments. What else? Some higher dollar alt arts. So some of those that I think are going to gem, I'll send through one of the higher tiers, the value or the value plus, depending what it is. But so that will go in the same box as a bulk submission, and it seems to, maybe it's anecdotal evidence, right? The few times, 3-4 times I've done it, it seems that those boxes and subsequent bulk subs get entered into the system sooner, right? So like they're already processing it for the value because they know that's priority. Well, they're not going to go back to that box. I work in a manufacturing environment. To some degree, I'm a process engineer at a pharma company, for anybody who didn't know. But so they, it doesn't make sense for them to do double work on something like that. It doesn't make sense to move something into a work in progress and then move it back out typically. So they would just, scan both the value and the bulk in at the same time, which, makes sense. Not that the bulk necessarily gets turned around any sooner, but the, just that entering into the system, sometimes that can take, I've had it take as long as, 2 to 3 weeks sometimes, kind of on, the long end. Let's show us some cardboard. All right. So this is what we're working with today. Move this out of the way. Let's get a couple stacks. That's nice to see right on the top. Let's see this. And then here's the rest. So 2 10s. Hopefully they're all 10s. Alright, let's move these off. Let's go. Okay, so we got Playing in the Sea Pikachu, PSA 10. So this is actually the one I was probably going to keep if it came back in a 10, which it did. This is the Mega Sableye Tyranitar GX 102 for Miracle Twin. This is a beautiful card, beautiful copy. I had a couple English PSA 10s that I sold for maybe around $450. I'd have to double check that. But I sold a few for a pretty penny, but I just really love this art, so I wanted to make sure I got at least the Japanese, tucked away. So happy to see that. Let's put that off to the side. Where can we actually see that without some glare? There. Dece. Okay. Here we got a Stained Glass Birds. Got the PSA 10 here. Cool. Let's just grab a stack. So got some Unigaba, random Umbreon in there, Unigaba. Where the rest of those cocksuckers at? Maybe it was just the 4. I don't know. So we got 4 Unigabas here. Got the Pikachu, Flareon, Glaceon, and Umbreon. We got, gems across the board, so great news there. You guys seen it already. The Umbreon VMAX. This is EV Heroes, number 48. We got the PSA 10. Tough. Flareon V. This is SWSH 149. This has kind of some rough corners. I never really thought about doing it. I guess why not? But I heard PK kind of talk about putting the card in the sleeve, in the top loader, or in the card saver, and then using something to kind of smooth out the corners. That's exactly kind of what this card needed before I sent it. So kind of fail on my part. Marshadow Champ GX, number 67. This is from Tag Team GX All-Stars. I got PSA 10 here. Cool. Greninja Zoroark GX, number 72. Same thing, Tag GX. PSA 10. Got a Scarlet Violet here. Got one of those race to the bottoms. I'd have to double check. I think my cost per unit on these is maybe like $4 or $5. So it's not a ton of money you make in a 10, but it's something. Oh, tough. Garchomp Giratina GX. This is also from Tag GX. This is, all the other. I don't know. The other two got it. I don't know. This is well centered. Maybe. I don't know. That's a PSA 10 and a PSA 9 slab, unfortunately. So let's do. There was no 9s in there, right? Okay. So we're going to do 10s, 9s. But I want to keep it kind of Japanese English, right? So Gengar. This is the pre-release from Lost Origin. PSA 9. I swear they're gatekeeping me on this. I don't know. I just really love this art, and I don't know. I'm struggling to grade 10s. I got one left. Maybe graded 8 or 9. Probably got 2 or 3 10s out of those, and they're all, kind of hand-picked. I opened a lot of these build and battle boxes. Got a lot of the packs, of Lost Origin left over, but I kind of, I'll break into the decks, the pre-constructed decks, and, I'll sell all the singles out of there, and then I'll keep the holo. I just really like the stamp. Reminds me of that EX era. So a 9, unfortunately, here. I got the Alistair, VMAX Climax, got the 10 there. Cool. I love this art. I was reading some cool fan lore, whatever you want to call it, on Alistair. He either like almost died, and that's why he wears the mask, or he did die, and that's why he's able to see the underworld or the afterlife, and then I've also heard that he went through Gengar VMAX's mouth to the afterlife, and that's where he's seen it. So that was a little bit funnier of a theory, but something happened with his parents, or I don't know, some type of accident when he was younger, right? So that's right. He's this little like zombie boy that wears this mask. That's what I'm telling myself, and that's why I like Alistair. I'm probably going to keep this. Just a cool art. It's, I don't know, maybe $20-$30 in a PSA 10. Nobody wants the Gaifus or the Bromios. Got the Ho-Oh GX here from Hidden Fates. Got the PSA 10. Nice. I've always been a Ho-Oh over Lugia type guy. I'm gonna catch some flack for that, but 'tis what it is, you know what I mean? So Gengar, got another one here, fortunately. Like I'm telling you guys, like these are well-centered cards. Absolutely perfect on the backs. I don't know. I'm gonna probably keep. I want to, as a little experiment. I might regrade some of my Gengar 9s because I got a few more floating around. I might crack and regrade those. See if I can get some 10s. So this came out of the Charizard VMAX starter deck or starter set. I got a bunch of these sealed Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard. These were fairly affordable for a while. So now my cost on them is pretty low, that it makes sense to kind of break them open and grade the cards. Another Charizard here from the starter set. Here we got the Gengar VMAX. This is from the high class deck. So I don't even know if I want to talk about it. Pre-constructed Japanese. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on, Miriam. Unfortunately, got the PSA 9. This was one of those plays. There's still a decent margin on a 10, but I bought a few Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, eBay. Went through and I sent, in a couple different subs, I sent, 1 or 2 off with a few different subs. This one is obviously 1. Maybe there's a second one in here, but I don't know. sometimes the 9 seems random. You know, I don't. Maybe I'm just a spoiled kid and think I deserve all 10s. Maybe y'all can hear my kitty whispering. What's that, Ruby? Do you want to say something? Well, I wonder if that's coming on mic. Anyways, and then what is this? Unfortunate circumstance. So this is a Chinese. Wow, this is a Chinese Pikachu and a 9. That's a $3 loss right there. Solid. My cats are absolutely spoiled, and they still whine. I don't get it. It's the nature of cats, right? So here we got another, Shiny Vault from the Hidden Fates set here. Another PSA 10. Mewtwo is probably in my top 3 as far as Pokemon. So pretty happy to add that one to the collection. Oh, nice. So Mega Sableye Tyranitar. This is from Unified Minds, number 245. This got the PSA 10. This is a really nice copy. There might be some slight kind of scratching on the back, but you know it's so faint that might fall into. I mean, according to PSA, it's a 10. So, yeah. So, pretty stoked with that. Oh, do you want to climb up, Ruby? Well, you better come say hi. So I'll have to get a cat cam set up. This little girl, she's whiny. Here, hang on, maybe. Come here. Show the people. Come here. That's here. You got a glimpse. So that's Ruby. If I haven't said that already 14 times out loud into the mic. She's quickly becoming very vocal. She was a stray. We found her locked in a cat carrier on the side of the road. And yeah, rescued her. She was super skittish when we had her for the first probably year. She was, the typical anybody. I mean, even us, me and my girlfriend for a long time. When we'd come in the house, she'd just hide under the bed or in the dresser or in the closet. And then she slowly warmed up to us, and then now she's a very social cat, and she's becoming very talkative, and it's a blessing and a curse. Another card I think they're gatekeeping, the 10-on, is this Espeon Deoxys GX. I've graded so many of these in PSA 9. All of my best copies have been sent, and they've all been PSA 9s, which is unfortunate. But we'll add that to the 9 stack. Here we have another Alistair. This is Legendary Heartbeat. Another cool art here. Number 084. Here we got a Venusaur V. This is from the VMAX starter set I was talking about earlier. That might not have been worth grading, let's be honest. Here we got a Blastoise VMAX from the starter set, PSA 10. Leafeon VMAX EV Heroes, number 3, PSA 10. Here we got a Charizard V-Star. This is from Starbirth, PSA 10. Charizard V, not the V-Star, not to be confused with the V-Star. PSA 10. Here we got a Gengar. V. This is from the high class deck to go with that. Gengar VMAX, wherever he went. Got the Celebi Amazing Rare. This is from Legendary Heartbeat. This was kind of the first Japanese set that was coming out when I was kind of jumping back into Pokemon in 2020. So I have some sealed boxes of this. I opened a fair bit of it. I have a fair amount of boxes and cases of sets between then and now, but this is nostalgic for that reason. Oof. What is that? What is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, so it looked like someone fat fingered the top of it. It looks like I mean, it's definitely a fucking 7 now. Damn. Some mayonnaise covered finger came down and crushed the top of it here. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to check the entry scans. I don't think that was there. I don't think it was my mayo finger, is the point. So we got a Flareon V. It's from EV Heroes. Got the 10. Another Gengar V. Got the PSA 10. Illustration Contest Charizard PSA 10. I'm just kind of running out of copies of this. Not that I plan on buying more, but I might keep one of these in the collection, just you know for shits and gigs. And then we got the Lugia V-Star. This is from Paradigm Trigger, number 80, PSA 10. Got the Umbreon from EV Heroes, PSA 10. Sylveon VMAX from EV Heroes, PSA 10. And then we got the Glaceon VMAX, PSA 10. So, how do we do? We got 2, 4. So we got a 41 card order. We got 7 9s, 1 7, and 33 10s. So what's that work out to? I'm not doing that mental math. So about 80% 10 rate, not bad. The old 7 and 7. Unfortunate on some of these, but you know it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite card from the order?